Aloha, I'm Susan Lors from Hawaii Fido Service Dogs. This is Lauren Lasher, one of our volunteer outreach coordinators. And we have Joette and puppy in training Luca, who is 9 months old. Joette is a puppy raiser and does foster training and raising with our dogs. And we'll demonstrate some of the things we want to share with you today about public etiquette. This is something that is so important, people don't understand how when we are out training or when there is a working team out in public, if there's interference or distractions, it really messes us up. So we thought we would share some information with you on when you see us out in the community or when you see a service dog out in the community. A service dog is a dog that is specifically trained with multiple tasks to help the individual with disabilities. So that dog needs to be paying attention to its handlers. If you look at both of these dogs right now, their eye contact is on their handler. They're waiting for, what's my next step here? If we have people coming up and woo-woo and puppy, puppy, puppy and clicking and all that stuff, it takes that distraction away and their handlers will now have to redirect. Now for us, in training the dogs, that's just part of the program. But if you're a blind individual and have a dog and somebody is calling your dog or somebody's dog is interfering with that dog, this is very problematic and it could cause some serious accidents or injuries on the dog. So Lauren's going to talk a little bit about what we want the public to do when they see us with our dogs.
All right, good. Oh, there's my dog. One of the things, in general, people have heard that if they see a service dog, a working dog, not to interrupt the dog. That's generally a real good policy. If you're seeing a service dog, you're seeing someone either training a service dog or working that dog, it's best to keep a little distance. However, one of the things that we like to do is we like to have our dogs have an opportunity to have social interaction appropriately. So there's a little etiquette that we invite people to do. The etiquette would include this, is that when you see a dog or a service dog, this would apply to any dog actually.
Any dog, pet dogs,
service dogs. If you see the dog, the first thing you would say at a distance, you would say, "May I please pet your dog?" or "May I pet your dog?" And only after that is acknowledged, then the person would come to the dog and they would put their hand in a position so the dog could smell it, and then after that, they would interact it. So, Susan, do you want to?
I want to add to that, and the reason to ask is some people don't want you to pet the dog. You should never ask a guide dog working team to pet their dog. Some individuals, especially with PTSD, they don't want to engage. This is hard for them. So look at the body language. If they're moving fast and they're not giving you eye contact, please give them that space. If you want some information, you can always call us and go to our website to get some information on service dogs, but keep that consideration in mind. On the other hand, those of us in training like the idea of strangers, children, people with hats on, people in wheelchairs. We do like that, but we would say, hang on, let me get my dog ready on that. So Lauren, would you, if I came up to you, you show us what,
All right.
what Zoe would do?
Let me do what I often will do. So if I'm walking down the street and Zoe's with me and somebody comes up, or if I see a child, because we like kids and it's always fun to interact with the children, if I see somebody and they come up to me and they say, well, let's do it, and I'll show you what I would do with Zoe.
Okay. Hi, can I pet your dog?
All right, you sure can, but let me just get my dog set for a moment. So Zoe, would you do a down? No. And so what I'll do is I'll put her down for a moment, and then I'll say, now you get to interact with her. This is a good time.
So the proper way is to let the dog smell your hands. Some people go, whoa, this is a really cool dog. And our dogs are okay with it, but there are some dogs that are head shy on that. We also have people who come and do, oh, it's so cute. Oh, give me this tail. Again, our dogs are really good on that. that they are used to being grabbed, but not everybody's dog is like that, and you could get bit. So that's another reason why getting the dog in the position to greet, and we're training the dogs. So keep that in mind on there. All right? So the other thing is other dogs out in the community. We don't want to see your dog. It's okay for our dogs to meet, but we have a method of doing that. And can you guys do a real quick, show them how our dogs meet each other? Now, we don't have control of the public, but if we can show you folks what we do, you may have an idea. We never let our dogs meet head on. We greet the person and ask if it's okay, and then we do a walk. So Lauren, you want to explain?
If I could add, what we often will do when we start to greet a dog, we'll do a pass or a couple of passes, and very often if we're not sure, the first pass we'll do is we'll do shoulder to shoulder with the dogs on the outside. And if we do that pass successfully and the dogs are pretty well behaved, then we'll do a dog by dog pass, and then the third time we'll do a dog come and sniff and greet.
And this is if the dog is calm. If the dog is sitting over, another dog is over there yapping, we do not deal. So, and we're not being rude, that's just the way it is. Okay.
All right, so we'll do a shoulder to shoulder. All right, that's real good.
So the dogs see each other, no interaction.
All right.
Okay, and then they're going to come again on another pass and
All
go.
right.
This is our training. This is what we do in our training situation. Okay, so the little one definitely wants to get involved in that. Zoe, good girl. And then the third pass, they'll actually talk and say hello to each other. And we expect the dogs, they can sniff, but we expect the dogs to be very well behaved. And if we see any signs of agitation, aggressiveness, shyness, we will move on and work this as another exercise. So.
Well, while we have the cameras on it, this is a couple of good things to see. If you take a look at the dogs, both the dogs are wagging their tails. If you notice, there's no hair coming up on their back. So it's a good indication that they're comfortable with each other, they're wagging their tails, and a kiss or two.
That was a good point.
Those are good things to look for. If you ever come up and you have a dog or you're seeing a dog, look and see if their tail is moving, take a look at their eyes, and take a look at their back. Now, Zoe is a little princess, and she loves to interact with her friend dogs.
Very good.
Yeah, good.
So, and then we are in control of the situation and say it's over on that. So we want to see some well-behaved dogs in public. So to wrap this basically up is, if you see a working team out there and you want to a pet or talk to them, please ask first and pick up the signs if they don't want to talk. If you have a dog out in public, please be considerate of working dogs or just your neighbor's dog, and have a meet and greet or do it the right way. And the third thing is when kids approach dogs, which, by the way, grade school kids are much better than some adults. So, because they know to ask the handlers if they can do their dogs. If you have any questions, feel free to go to our website. Just Google Hawaii Fido Service Dogs, and I will be happy to answer some questions on this. We hope sharing our information about our program will educate you folks, and then you can go out and educate more people in the community. Thank you so much for your time. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha.